I'm going to show you how to make money flipping basketball cards on eBay in 2025. I'll walk you through how to turn something as simple as collecting cards into real cash step by step. If you've ever looked at your bank app and thought, where did all my money go? You're definitely not alone. Little purchases add up, and flipping basketball cards is the opposite. It's taking something small and turning it into a win you can repeat. I'm Erin, and this is Side Hustle Mastery, simple systems, real income, and no burnout. So what are basketball cards? Before we jump into flipping, let's make sure we're on the same page about what basketball cards actually are. If you've never collected before, here's the quick breakdown. Basketball cards are collectible trading cards featuring professional players. So each card usually has a photo of the player on the very front of the card, plus details like their team, their stats, and sometimes a short bio on the very back. The tradition goes back decades, and companies like Topps, Upper Deck, and now Panini have made them hugely popular. There are a few key types of cards you'll see. Base cards, so standard cards in a set, printed in high quantities, and is usually not worth too much. Rookie cards, the first card of a player during their rookie season. These can be extremely valuable if the player becomes a star. Parallels, so parallels looks like base cards but in special colors or designs, silver, gold, or rainbow versions. Limited runs a higher value. Numbered cards, so cards stamped with a serial number like 1 out of 100, and the lower the print run, it'll be the higher the price. Autographs and relics signed by the player or including jersey pieces. These can go for serious money. Collectors buy for two reasons: nostalgia and investment. Some want their favorite players, others treat cards like stock, and that mix is what makes flipping possible. What sells? Not every basketball card is going to be worth money. The ones that sell fast are rookie cards of current basketball stars, parallels and color variations to add that unique side, numbered cards, on-card autos, timeless players like Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, Curry, and steady demand plus limited supply means you're not only guessing, you're selling what collectors already want. Check real prices. When you want to flip a sports card, you first check real prices people just paid and not what sellers ask. And what that looks like is on eBay, those real prices are called sold comps. That means buyers are currently willing to pay somewhere in that specific range. Now think like this: if you can buy the same card for $20 to $30, that's awesome, and you could sell it for around $70 and keep a nice profit after shipping or fees. But if the cheapest you can buy it for is $60 or $70, there's not really room to make money because you're barely breaking even after eBay's fees and shipping. So the simple rule is check what it really sold for, not what people list it for. Buy much lower than the numbers so you can have space for profit. All right, so let's go ahead and do this together. You want to go to ebay.com and search year and brand and the player. So an example could be 2019 LeBron James silver. And as you can see, there are several options that pop up. You can select graded if it's a yes, no, and not specified. Also the grade level. So again, it goes from 1 to 10, 1 being the worst to 10 being the best. Different types of professional grader. So Arena Club, Beckett grading services, and so on. And you can also select the season, which I think is pretty great. So I think based off of this example, we will select 2019. So 434 options here. And then there are features. So there's base set, hologram, insert, the rookie card like we mentioned earlier, and then the team. And then you want to go ahead and select sold items and sort it by the most recent. Okay, so let's scroll down and use these two as an example. We can see the most recent sales of that LeBron James card was $80 and $67. And that means we can buy the same card for $20 to $30. And if you can, that would be awesome. And you could sell it for around $70 while still keeping a profit after shipping and fees. Okay, so photos that sell. Photos do the heavy lifting. Clean, honest pictures build trust fast. Step 1 is put the card in a sleeve and top loader. Step number 2, wipe it with microfiber to remove the dust. Step 3, lay it on white paper near a window for natural lighting. Step 5, shoot the front, back, and close up of any flaws. When buyers see every detail, they trust you, and trust means faster sales. Write the listing. A good listing is all about clarity of the card, so I want you to use this formula for titles. You want to put the year, the brand, the player, the parallel / insert, dash team dash number. For example, 2019 Panini Hoops, LeBron James Silver, Parallel Lakers, number 12. And in the description, you want to note the condition, point back to the photos that you posted, and you want to include that you're shipping safely in a sleeve and a top loader to make sure the quality stays intact. Ultimately, clear facts will bring more clicks. Pricing that moves. All right, so here's the trick. If comps are steady, buy it now, plus best offer, slightly above average. If comps are trending up, try a higher price. If comps are scattered, run a 7-day auction ending Sunday night. The goal isn't to squeeze every single dollar, it's to flip quickly and keep money moving. All right, so safe shipping steps. You want to put the card in the sleeve, then into the top loader and seal it with painter's tape. Slip it into a team bag, place in a bubble mailer, and print label on eBay and drop it off. Safe shipping gets you 5-star reviews and repeat buyers. Another thing, supplies, sleeves, top loaders, mailers eat into your profit. And that's where Rakuten comes in. Here's how it works. You want to open my Rakuten link in the description. It's an affiliate link. It's no extra cost and it does support the channel. You want to go ahead and sign in. And I went ahead and added the extension onto Chrome. So after you add that onto your extension, let's go ahead and browse the website. You can see there are several stores. There's Alo, Manduka, Nike, and these are just my personal favorites. But once you do view some stores, it'll pop up at the very top as your favorites and visited. There's also extra cashback stores. So perhaps some stores that have a higher cashback. For example, Priceline is 9% cashback. Temu is 12%, which is crazy. And there is Ulta, Shein is 8%, and so on. There's Nectar, and also another one is Priceline and Expedia. And I think that's a win-win, especially if you do travel. In this case, you can go ahead and search up PSA graded card materials. So after I typed in PSA graded card, you can see there are several options here. There's a Temu PSA graded card storage slot for sports cards, and it's $44.53, but you can get 12% cash back. They just moved it up because it just shows you it was 3%. And why I'm showing you this is whenever you buy supplies on sites like Temu or Woot or StockX, you can click activate cashback, and that's free money back on things you already need to buy. Plus, if you use my link below, Rakuten will give you a $50 bonus just for making your first qualifying purchase. So once you've got all your supplies, you definitely want to track your profit and not only track your sales. So make a simple spreadsheet, or you can use Notion, and it's an affiliate link down below, and create a page called card flips. You can add a separate column, so the card, the buy price, the sell price, the fees and shipping from eBay, and your overall profit, and fill it in for every single sale. That way you know exactly which flips are worth repeating and which ones to avoid. Here is going to be your 7-day starter plan. Day 1, pull 20 cards you own or buy a cheap lot. Day 2, check comps. Day 3, take those photos near a window. Day 4, list 5 cards. Day 5, list the rest. Day 6, ship anything that does sell. Day 7, review what sold the fastest and double down on that one next week. Small, steady flips add up faster than gambling on one grail. We learned a lot in this video. What basketball cards and why people buy them, which types of cards actually sell, how to check comps the right way, how to take photos that buyers trust, how to list and price for speed, how to ship safely, how to save money on supplies with Rakuten and track your real profits. The link for Rakuten and Notion is in the description. They are affiliate links, so it's no extra cost, and it helps me keep making free guides like this. Flipping basketball cards isn't just about chasing rare grails, it's about being consistent. Buy smart, present clearly, and stack small wins until they add up. If this gave you a clear next step, hit like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments which player cards you'd flip first. I read every single one. I'm Erin from Side Hustle Mastery. Thanks guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.